Hey, family and friends. Today we're going to talk about hope. And we're going to go to 1 Corinthians chapter 13. You've probably heard that performed at weddings, said at weddings, read at weddings, because that's the love chapter it's referred to. And here's the thing, as Paul was writing 1 Corinthians 13, I don't think the Holy Spirit got into his mind and said, hey, I don't want you to write a chapter that they can use for weddings thousands of years from now. So why did Paul write that chapter 13 that we use at weddings that talks about love? And it's appropriate to use at weddings. But here's the thing, if you look at 1 Corinthians 12, it talks about how the Spirit gives gifts to everybody to use. And there became a competition among the Corinthians as to who would have the best gift. And so Paul wrote this passage on love. That it's not about the gifts you have, it's that you use them to love other people. So we're going to share that screen with you of that verse, that passage, and we're going to read through that. We read, if I speak in the tongues of men and of angels, but have not love, I'm a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. If I have prophetic powers and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have all faith so as to remove mountains, but have not love, I am nothing. If I give away all I have, and if I deliver up my body to be burned, but have not love, I gain nothing. Love is patient and kind. Love does not envy or boast. It is not arrogant or rude. Does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never ends. As for prophecies, they will pass away. As for tongues, they will cease. As for knowledge, it will pass away. For we know in part and we prophesy in part. But when the perfect comes, the partial will pass away. When I was a child, I spoke like a child. I thought like a child. I reasoned like a child. When I became a man, I gave up childish ways. For now we see in a mirror dimly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, then I shall know fully, even as I have been fully known. So now faith, hope, and love abide, these three, but the greatest of these is love. So as we see, those bottom three characteristics, faith, hope, and love, are one of the most important characteristics that we can have in our lives. And we're going to kind of go those out of order. We're going to start with hope, because I think right now a lot of people are searching for hope amongst this coronavirus. Hope is an essential part of life. Humans seek after hope like moths seek after light. It's intrinsic to who we are. Neuroscientist Tali Sharot argues hope is so essential to our survival that it is hardwired into our brains, arguing it can be the difference between living a healthier life versus one trapped in despair. Studies have shown students who are more hopeful tend to graduate more often. Studies have also shown hopeful athletes perform better on the field, cope better with injuries, and have greater mental adjustments when situations change. Studies have also shown that those who said they felt hopeless were more than twice as likely to die during the study follow-up period than those who are more hopeful. It's pretty clear. Hope is a powerful catalytic. And why Dr. Shane Lopez, the psychologist who is regarded as the world's leading researcher on hope, claimed that hope isn't just an emotion, but hope is an essential tool. The Bible defines hope as much more than wishful thinking. Hope is a confident expectation. We have confidence because we know that God has promised He will give. And what God has given, He will never take back. God has promised to never leave us or forsake us through the chaos and uncertainties that happen in life. Hope is not blissful optimism either. Hope does not ignore the realities, the chaos, the uncertainty that is going on in our lives. During this time, as we navigate through this virus, we can be hopeful because by the thousands, more people are recovering than are dying. Nurses are making a difference not only in the lives of patients that they are taking care of, but also in the lives of the family members as they update them and talk to them about their patients. Doctors are making a difference by using their wisdom, research, and collaboration with other doctors around the world to defeat this virus. Our first responders are giving their community hope by reminding them that in the time of chaos, tragedy, and uncertainty, they will not run from the problem, they will run to the problem. Thousands of other employers and employees are doing their part. People are loving their neighbors by staying home. So here are some things that we can pray for, and obviously you can add to these as well. And remember all the categories of employers and employees, people that are out there fighting this virus. We are going to pray that people can see the hope that they are giving to others. We're going to pray people will connect with the hope that only Jesus can offer. We're going to pray that people who feel hopeless reach out and find hope. So spend the next several minutes praying for those people that come to your mind, whether it's by category, by job, or by name. And you can even add to that list of hope that you want to pray into people's lives. We'll see you tomorrow.